Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be attacking this small block chev cam install again. So what we're going to aim for today is get all these roller rockers out, our push rods and our lifters out, aiming to get all of them out. Okay guys, what we're doing here is loosening off the roller rockers. We're just, rockers. We're just loosening them off. You know, they're little nice and easy to loosen here, which means I probably should have tightened them up. But yeah, they're the big nut at the top, and yeah, don't worry about that little Allen key thing I've got there. But yeah, as soon as you loosen them off, make sure you have your container handy. Make sure you always have that there so you can put and label everything. Label everything that comes off the car. It makes a huge difference going back on where you know your parts have come off. So as you can see right now, I'm loosening the nuts, and yeah, we'll pull these rockers off very shortly. But yeah, now it's an enjoyable process. It's not stressful at all. And there you go, folks. You know, it's coming off quite nicely. There you go, perfect. Give you a good look. Standard chev gear, 1.5 stamped on them, which is very standard chev gear. So we'll put them in the container for each side and label them, and we'll get them all off. And yeah, there's not much more to it than that in this stage, folks, so we'll cut it off there. But yeah, we'll loosen them all off, and we'll get on to the next side. Alright, that's one side off, folks. As you can see here, that's one side, all the rockers off. We'll grab those push rods in a minute, but I'm just going to grab the other side off first. And they all look pretty good, to tell you the truth. So yeah, now we'll yeah, there we go. That one's just popped out there, but we'll get this other side off first, and we'll keep going. We'll continue on after I get that off. Alright guys, we are taking the push rods out. Just had to get a little box. So yeah, I've sped this video up a little bit at least, but they all look pretty good. All the push rods look good, no problems whatsoever. Standard length chev push rods. But yeah, no, this process was enjoyable, and yeah, I'll leave it here. Oh, righty then. Yeah, we just got all the push rods out. We're about to grab the lifters. So these are flat tappet hydraulic lifters. Yeah, they all came out pretty easy. I did need a magnet on most of them, but they slid out very easy with the magnet. But looks like I got one without the magnet there. But yeah, they were all, there was no problems with them. They weren't worn much at all, to tell you the truth. So in very good condition. I would reuse every single one of them in another build if I needed it. So yeah, anyway, continue watching with me and we'll move on. Alright, we're back here. Some of these lifters are a little bit hard to get out just because they're so low, but I've got a magnet, and there we go, folks. Lift him up with a magnet. Hope you've seen that. He's out there. These lifters actually look really good. They've mated really nice. Let's see if we'll get this one. Yes, beautiful. Look at that. Anyway, as you can see, they're nice and flat. Yeah, they're smooth. Yeah, it's really nice, really nice. Anyway, we'll get the rest of these up, and then we'll move on to this camshaft, as you can see. Alright, what we're trying to do here now is take this camshaft off. So we're going to take this timing gear set off the front. Be careful to go nice and slow. I've already just undone the top one just a little bit, so just be nice and gentle. You never know how long these things have been in here, or who's replaced them in the past. So nice and easy on the parts, take your time, and you know, try not to strip a thread, because yeah, it would be very painful for that to happen. nice and easy. I have to tell myself that because I sometimes like to rush things, and I'm not usually on the tools. I'm not a mechanic. So. Alright, the cam was a little stuck to the timing gear on the front here, just in the center. It's always a little tight. There is a locating pin there, but what I did is I tapped it with my neoprene hammer with a little punch. I punched it right there, top, all around the sides, and it just slid off just that second ago. So it should just come sliding out now. So let's see what happens here. Let's take this timing set off. There we go. Timing set off, and yeah, the cam, there she is. She should just, I'll put my 3 bolts in there and I'll pull, she should just come straight out. But yeah, no, all good, all happy. I've only seen this done, as I said, I'm not a full-time mechanic, and I've only seen this done a couple of times. So YouTube is very good for information, so that's where I'm learning all my facts. So get out there and have a go yourself. So here we go. Very exciting times. Here we go. I'm very excited. Here we go. Here she comes. Exciting times, folks, and my first cam swap. Oh gee, I hope we can get him out here. Alright, here we go, thank God. Final little entry. Now I can get him out without scarring this block up too much. There we go, folks. Pretty important part I missed to show you guys on this is pumping up the cylinder to stop the valve from dropping. So what you do is you get yourself one of these kits here. It comes like this, okay. To hook it up to your normal compressor, you're going to have to change this end on it here. You have to change a smaller end to the normal air compressed end. That's pretty crucial. That costs you $6 or whatever at an air supply shop. So they'll do that for you. But what you've got to understand too is this end here, see right in there, that usually has this valve right here. Where is it? It's called a Schrader valve. So you need to get that out with a special tool. You just buy that at any super cheap auto, and then you unscrew it out of the end there, and then it's ready to go. Otherwise the compression test it won't push air in, it'll only let air out. So yeah, most importantly, and what you do with that, you come over here, and what you do is just screw it into your spark plug hole in there and put air on it, and that'll push the valve up to stop it dropping when you change the valve springs. But don't be afraid if the engine turns over a little bit. It'll turn over until it you know, the piston's bottomed out, so the motor will move, but there's nothing to worry about there. So yep, that's a crucial part I missed, but I'm putting it in now. Alright, so I've been told just to give them a couple of bangs. And that'll loosen up these little locks here that are in there. So let's get this tool on and move forward. What we've got in the kit is a set of valve springs here. Thumper Cam recommends for the camshaft. So I'll give you all a look at them. That's them there. Put them on, and we've got some retainers here. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see how we go. So yeah, and the little locks here, here's the little locks you got to put in. I'll show you all that when we get around to it. So let's go. Alright guys, what we're doing here is using a valve spring compressor tool. As you see here, I did this the wrong way. The retainer goes on the outside, so that doesn't go like that. So the retainer goes on the outside of that steel thing there, and holds it in place. So yeah, sorry about that. I did pick up on it before I locked the valve down though, so no stress at all. Yeah, I just needed a drink, so I went over and got a beer, and yeah, no, this process could be a lot easier if it was done on if the motor was out of the car, but yeah, the tool worked well, but yeah, a little bit frustrating at times, to tell you the truth. So I did the best I bloody could. Alright, we're finally there. We finally did it. Took a couple of hours, but I'm not a mechanic, so learning as we go. There we go. All new valve springs along there. I do have one here that's caught up a little bit. The collets are a little bit low on that. I need to redo that one, but yeah, one side is already done and complete. Tomorrow I'll do the other side, and yeah, the next video will probably be cam install, timing cover back on, rocker covers, and yeah, degreeing the cam, I suppose. Until then, see you then. Please like and subscribe. We got great success. Yeah, stay tuned and please like and subscribe to the channel. Episode 3 will be coming, cam install and degreeing the cam in, and then buttoning this engine up ready for its first start. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Cheers.